Alrighty, folks, thank you for checking in for Sunday, July 24th forecast video. In this video, instead of doing the actual forecast, we're just going to be looking back at the heat wave, looking at some statistics, and so let's start off right here. And essentially, the crest of the heat wave was really achieved on Friday, where many East Coast cities set records, whether all time, monthly, or for the day. And we saw 105 in DC, 103 in Philly, 104 in New York City. Now, if you remember, my forecast 3 days out, 3 days out was for a high temperature on Friday of 104 in New York City. And that's exactly what we achieved. So, that's kind of interesting that I got it from 3 days out. Boston reached 103, that's a daytime record, and Portland reached 100 for the first time since 1975. Now, these temperatures by themselves are pretty bad, but coupled with the humidity, it's even worse. Now, I made a humidity graph in PowerPoint here, and this is how the humidity feels on your body based on the dew point. So between 0 and 25 for a dew point, it feels a little bit dry. And then once you get between 25 and 50, it feels more comfortable. But once you get between 50 and 75, the effect on your body starts to get a little uncomfortable. It starts feeling more and more humid. And then above 75, it's very muggy. And above 75, it's very muggy. And the dew points that we had in the upper 70s and low 80s along the East Coast, absolutely unbearable. Okay, so that's essentially how things worked out. And this graph will likely be used in future videos, so keep an eye out for it. And I'll also make it available to download somewhere. I'm not sure where. And then how many heat deaths we saw, that remains undetermined, but it was likely at least 3 dozen. Okay. By the way, guys, heat deaths are the #1 natural killer. The #1 natural killer. More than hurricanes, tornadoes, and no one really focuses on heat. They think, oh yeah, it's hot outside, but the #1 natural killer. Now, as we look towards other statistics, 28 states at the peak were under heat advisories. 28. Okay, more than half the United States. And those that weren't under heat advisories were still pretty darn hot, including Alaska. Now, you think of Alaska, you think of, our friend the grizzly bear, and, mountains and crazy low temperatures. Well, even Alaska was affected by the heat. Forecast for Anchorage over the next couple of days and high temperatures up to 70 degrees. Now, guess what? If you go back to the humidity graph, that's actually going to be somewhat comfortable, although it's going to be normally would be somewhat comfortable, although because of the humidity, it's going to be feeling pretty oppressive in Anchorage with lots of mosquitoes. Do you think the mosquitoes in the lower 48 are bad? Try Alaska. Alright, by the way, our tropical forecaster is from Alaska. Did you guys know that? I bet you didn't. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for checking in, and stay tuned for more.